and welcome back to redheart.com as well as the crochetcrowd.com. I'm your host Mikey, and in today's tutorial we're going to be talking about Red Heart Boutique Sashay. Now sashay has been on the market for a number of years, and the original colors have always been variegated, so the colors have been going in and out of the most gorgeous, tends to be darker colors. So in 2013 the original variegated colors have had a slight upgrade. There's 6 brand new colors that are going to be available on the store shelves. If you can't find it in a store near you, you can always go to redheart.com to place your order. Those colors include Twist, Boogie, Disco, Tutu, Conga, and Shuffle. So you'll find a brand new array of different colors in the original line. But Red Heart now has a brand new total line for sashay called Solids. People have asked for solid colors, and now Red Heart has that available to you. The new colors of solids will be Aran, gray, black, turquoise, pink, purple, blue, and red. And you will notice that the trend for 2013 is bold and bright, and you will notice that a lot of scarves that you will see coming out in 2013 will be multiple wraps around your neck as in a layering effect. So it's just a really wonderful accessory available. So now let's get making this chain scarf, and you'll see how easy it is to make one of those in less than 15 minutes. So to get started, you just need one ball of Red Heart Boutique Sashay. You can either use the solids or the original variegated. I'd recommend, if you're doing the solids, that you use a size N or a 10mm crochet hook when you're working with this. I found with myself, when I'm doing the finger crocheting, when I'm doing the finger chaining, which I'll show you, I found it looks better on the variegated version than it does on the solids. I find the solids, because everything looks so consistent and it's the same color, when the different chains are different sizes when you're doing finger chaining, it doesn't look as sharp. However, in the variegated, it looks absolutely amazing. So the choice is up to you. You are the artist, so you can make the choice that makes sense for you. So option number 1, I've taken the wrapper off. I've got my yarn coming from the inside of the ball. It's just a personal preference. I want to create a slip knot, so I'm going to wrap it around my finger twice. So this is the back of my hand forward. I'm going to take the back over the forward, and now take the new back up and over, just like so. So I just want to just loosely finger chain this, and in the variegated this looks really amazing, but you'll notice in the blue it kind of looks a little bit sloppy. So that's a choice that is up to you. You know, you are the artist, you can decide. So all I'm just going to do is just feed the new yarn through the loop and just pull. Feed the new yarn through the loop and pull. And you're going to do the whole ball like this as well. It takes roughly about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, depending on your speed. You will get the knack of this, so you will just speed up over time, and you're just continuing just to go all the way through the ball, just like that. So on the very end, if you're doing it this method, you just want to just trim off your yarn. So you're just going to trim it, just like so. And on the very last one, when you pull through, you just want to pull through everything, just like so, and it will tighten up onto itself, and therefore you will have a continuous chain, just like so. And at the end, all you have to just do, just take the actual yarn part, not the chain, and just kind of just tie it in a knot, just like this, just nice and tight. And we want to pull it like that, and basically we just trim off these very ends really tight to the knot, because you will not see it when it's wrapped around your neck, just like so. So that's how you would do option number 1 if you wanted to hand chain it by hand. If you're using a crochet hook, here's option number 2. Let's create a slip knot just like we did before. This is the back of my hand forward, taking the back over the forward, resting it on the front, and now taking the new back up and over, just like that, and you end up with your slip knot just like that, and slip in your hook. So just using the yarn just like you normally would, you are just going to continuously chain throughout this ball. So you're just going to wrap and pull through, wrap and pull through, and this gives it a really kind of a braiding look, and you will notice that the stitching looks a lot more consistent than it did when you did the finger chaining, but that's up to your level of finger chaining. So we're just going to go all the way through this ball. It only takes roughly just under 10 minutes to do that, and once you get to the end, you just want to snip your yarn like that, and in your very last loop you just want to pull it up like that, and this will tie up onto itself, and you just take the original on the other side, and you just want to tie it in a knot just in the material itself, not the actual chain, because you'll see a big lump, just like that. And then you'll just want to trim off, just like that.
just like there. So that would be your chain, just like so. You can see it makes a cool bracelet too, if you're working on it from that perspective as well. Okay, sometimes in our Red Heart Sashay balls is that you end up with the knot that is in the middle of the yarn ball, and it's just because of the way that this yarn is manufactured, it's not always possible to get a full ball out without a tie in the middle of it, and it aggravates a lot of people. But I want to show you what you can do about that when it comes to these. So I purposely put this knot in here because, you know, you're going to want to see how to fix that. So I just want to get it pretty relatively close, just like so, and I want to cut that knot out. So don't chain with that knot in there, because you will see it. So I'm just going to trim it out, just like so. And I just want to take this and I just want to loop it and pull it through the new section like this. And I want to take the straggler ends, which are the loose ends, with the new one, and I just want to pull it through the loop that's on there. So you end up with a little bit of a thicker knot or chain when you're doing that. But now I can just safely trim that out afterwards. So I'm just going to continue to go along just like this. And in the one tutorial sample that you've seen on the model, they actually has this. There was a knot inside the yarn ball, and you know, it's a very easy fix in order to get rid of it. So at the end of it, because of the way that we just put that in, we can just cut this off, so the extra, and voila, you can just have an amazing chain scarf just like so. So if you get a knot in the middle of your work, it's no big deal. You can actually fix it just like so, and when it's wrapping around your neck several times, that you're not even going to see that.
So there you have it, 2 great yarn scarves in my hand just like so. Whether you've chosen the variegated of the original sachet or the new solids, it still turns out really quite amazing. In the next video, we're going to be working on how to wear your scarves. You know, it's very easy just to wrap it around your neck, but I got 3 different ways that you can wear it. We're also going to cover a little bit briefly on the original ruffle that is all knitted, and I'll just show you just quick ways to wear that so you have different options for when you're going out for a night on the town. On behalf of redheart.com and thecrochetcrowd.com, I'm your host Mikey, wishing you a wonderful day. Until next time, we'll see you.